Good afternoon. We're here at the DTP,
Divine Timing Podcast.
Y'all know who I am. I'm Lil Page, and this
Only Grind Worldwide.
And today we got a hot show for you. January 20th, 2024.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, world?
What's going on? How you been?
Man, it's been a blessing. I've been also cool. St. Louis, cold in the motherfucker out here, man.
Yeah.
Can't even put it in no other words.
It's chilling.
Yeah.
You know, per usual, just grinding into it, staying focused.
Facts.
Feel like I'm finally getting closer to that purpose. It's been feeling. The podcast been having me in a mental, been having me in a good mental state.
Okay, yeah. Shout out and thank you to all the love on Facebook too.
Not for sure.
Yeah, y'all did y'all big one on that one.
That's really where the Instagram showing us a little love too, but Facebook showing love. I'm gonna make sure I drop more snippets and the good parts for y'all. I appreciate it for sure. We appreciate it.
So what y'all want to talk about?
I've been on some just home vibes lately. For some reason this week I couldn't find. I wasn't interested in what was going on in the world. I was really worried about what was going on in my city.
Right. So
You know
you
what I'm
was
saying?
to the hometown.
And to get even closer, my side of town. You know what I'm saying? South City. You know what I'm saying? South City of St. Louis. For some odd reason, I've been getting these notifications, man. I've been more into the news feed. I've been more into the news than social media lately.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That.
Social media, I mean, I get the real world, you know, that's the stuff, that's the clickbait. People want their opinions on the artists and stuff and on the humans, and you know what I'm saying? I'm starting a music review. I got a couple music reviews up, so that was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was good, dope to get that off the ground and shit. But
I tapped in.
It's really been I liked it, bro. So the first album I did was with 21 Savage, the 21 Savage American Dream album that just came out like 2 Fridays ago. Interesting. I was watching. I had an idea. Some gave me an idea to like post more. You know, he had mentioned it, and then something else had some. You know, Divine Time and something popped up, and it's like use Facebook more. So I'm gonna tell you how I got into the order of, you know what I'm saying, how Facebook.
Go ahead, my brother.
How I got into using Facebook. I posted the 21 Savage on all platforms.
Okay.
I posted on YouTube first, then I posted on Instagram, then I posted on TikTok. And they all got copyrighted. So I took it down.
For a review.
Yeah, so I took it down. Went to Facebook, a forgotten market, and it did it, you know what I'm saying? I was able to test the water. So it's paper and all of them. So I say that to say, man, drop your material on all platforms. Just create on all platforms. Don't let no platform not go untapped. If I would have let YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok discourage me from posting it on Facebook, I wouldn't have known that you can get away with a lot more stuff on Facebook.
All you gotta do is say, I don't own the rights.
Facebook will let you post pretty much anything. Facebook like Twitter.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, X. Even, you know, posting on X. Even getting into it, just get into a habit of using all your platforms.
So I want to say happy birthday to the late and great singer, Aaliyah. I want to also say happy birthday to the great Dr. Martin Luther King. Hip hop is real dear and near to my heart. Me and my brother, we both music artists, music geniuses. I want to touch on hip hop. First person I want to touch on is Young Thug. Since November last year and now up to date, he has spent total of 567 days incarcerated. Now, from the likings of what's going on, the jury played song and video lifestyle for the jury. Now they want to come forward to call either Birdman or Rich Homie Quan to the stand. I don't know what for, but lifestyle came up and the song Pushin' P came up in Young Thug trial. And for my brother Young Thug, I just want to say I wish you well. Hold your head up, my brother. And something got to change. I don't know why, but that's happening. And it's been a total of 567 days. Young Thug has been incarcerated.
Yeah, man. Free Lucci. Free Lucci too. Free Lucci, free Thug. what he going through ain't.
It's different.
Yeah, just freedom, free the real, man. I'm still against song lyrics being used against the artists. We all know that some artists, not every artist, more so street artists, you know what I'm saying, exaggerate.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying, with the bars, you know what I'm saying, with the music. It's hard to, I'm not saying, we don't know which record he did this on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so hey, what happened to the evidence? You know what I'm saying? What happened to the straight on evidence? It's clear, it's corruption in it. It's the system trying to make an example out of somebody that they know the media is looking at. It's on God's time though. You know what I'm saying? If it's meant for it, if whatever's meant is gonna happen. So, but from the outside looking in, man, I think he gonna be free. It's just a matter of time, good press. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no solid details or information that I heard that 100% guarantees that what he does is, you know what I'm saying, connected to the streets.
Mm-hmm. And when I watched it, I don't feel like Mr. Steele is relentless as he could be when the trial first took place. You know how people first come in the game and they got all this energy. But in that second to that third quarter, it's going to be a time to where you need a break, you need some water. And I feel like that's the type of mode Mr. Steele is in. Like he needs another way of getting hydrated. Because at the time, it's just like this man is sitting here 567 days and all y'all want to do is bring up pieces to rap songs. Like we need to really get to the evidence. And bring me to my next question is rights. I talked to my brother here about everybody needs to know the rights, and especially when you're getting pulled over by police and any type of police activities, you should know these things. And what I came up with, you should always remain silent. Never testify, never acknowledge anything. Just always remain and keep your silent. Number 2, do not consent to any search to your person or your vehicle without a warrant being present. You do not consent to it. Don't say, yeah, search me, and let them pat you down. And don't let them pat you down on the side of the car. Get in front of the car. And if the police is wearing body cam, it's a body cam on them. You're not protected being on the side of the vehicle, sitting on the side of the sidewalk, handcuffed, because you don't know your rights. Number 3, remain calm. Sign the ticket. If you get pulled over in a traffic stop, don't even be on no big boy tough stuff. Remain silent, remain visual, hand on the steering wheel, license and registrations present at all times before the cop either enters or exits his vehicle to make it to yours. Number 4, if arrested, call or seek your defense attorney immediately in that crime or in that search or in that stop, wherever you may be at. Don't hesitate to do that. Know your rights at all times. For more information on your rights, like I got them, you can get them. Go on YouTube. Today, we got in the house a good friend of mine, goes by the name of One Shot, One Voice of St. Louis. This guy is a vlogger, a musician, and all around community activist. And for the people, he's here today on the couch on the DTP podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy, Mr. One Shot, One Voice of the streets of St. Louis. Welcome, man. Have a seat.
Pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you, man.
For sure. Been a long time coming.
Man, we got you on the couch.
How you feeling, my man?
Yeah, I'm feeling blessed. Like I said, I'm blessed from God. I'm up. I'm here. I was told maybe a month ago about this show coming on. Now I finally on here. The world needs to see. Like they said, I've been doing this for a long time, blogging, whatever, but I'm feeling good right now on y'all stuff. Now, give thanks to y'all got a show going on. You know, give them their flowers. 4 episodes. Two brothers working their heads together. That's working in one body, one soul. You know, that we need to be able to work together, and this is set by example to the world right here.
Facts.
So, because I'm used to doing stuff by myself, and people scared to work with me, but being under him, I can work with somebody. Now I'm working with somebody, so God bless this to happen. So,
What's up?
I hope y'all will, take notes of this right now.
Yes, sir. And that's what it's all about, man. That, like I told y'all from episode 1, man, my door is open, man. We shoot this in my apartment, you know what I'm saying? I got on this podcast journey to find my kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Not just my people, you know what I'm saying? Like my people, not just my black people. I'm talking about my kind, my like-minded people, you know what I'm saying? People that want similar things out of life, you know what I'm saying? Which is just world peace, bro. And equality and genuinely equality and for opportunity like everybody else. No, you know what I'm saying? I say it all the time, bro. I will sacrifice myself if I know that race will be taken off of applications. Gender will be took off of applications. And that's just a small example of just the small barriers that, because some things just don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It gets down to the resume. It's about the resume. You know what I'm saying? It's about the resume and the credentials for the job. That's the only thing that a person should have to send in for any job.
Go ahead, little Martin King, little Martin Luther King Jr. Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead. So you're here today.
Why you know?
You're here today because you got a start in the music business. Take us back. When did you start, rapping and putting together songs and what?
I'm gonna tell the world right now. I started at age 12 doing everything.
Okay, your age now.
You said 12?
12.
What year? So what year was you 12? You remember?
Probably like what? 80 something. Probably the early 80s.
Early 80s.
So you got some shit in the game.
So like at 12, this playing with lyrics, playing with words, to write music early. For real, I started writing music. As people don't understand, I started writing music first before I did music. So by the time I got a little older, I did music with my people, but I didn't take it seriously because I was too conceited into the streets of life. So after that point on, getting that point, doing songs with them, I used to write. But see, I could write, but writing was my biggest thing for me. So how I consume anything that I do now is I consume it right here and it's right here. My mind is like a writing computer.
So you can freestyle.
I freestyle for myself, makes sense. I can make a story.
Give us 20 seconds right now.
All right. I'm on this show with my boys. We sitting back with no toys, but some of y'all sitting back like an arm and joy. We say back with the words I commence. Like the pose arresting people, they commence. See the lies they dismiss with area code 314. St. Louis where I go, you might get shot at your door. Walk through the Sage Low, cats got a 4-4, an M16 with long extended clips, let it go.
Woo! Okay. So from the 80s, from 12 years old, from now, it's like, where you at for a mixtape, album, like...
Putting it on wax.
Yeah,
like I love to say, putting it on wax. What you got on wax?
Only thing on wax we got so far was a mixtape we did called Minor League. I did like one song on her. And we never shot no video. That was done like in 2015, some early years. But I do got a lot of mixtapes.
When did that drop?
It never dropped.
Okay. When did you? What years was you working with that?
I'm saying early 90s.
Okay.
I was still hanging in the streets. But
so you was in the streets in the 80s.
Yeah, I was in the
young
streets.
Young boy though.
Yeah, I started young in the streets at 12.
Yeah. Okay.
So I talk about my uncle who one of them was a military man, one was a street hustler. So I've been around the block like over 50 million times and seen probably most of the people never seen their whole life. But blessed me to be alive to who I am now is that I don't do the same stuff no more. I just improvise these things in my blogging. I improvise these things in talking, in music, videos, anything I could paint a picture for y'all who never stepped into the real street life of St. Louis and you're hearing from a real OG. I'm not a pretend guy. I am who I am off camera, on camera.
Okay.
I'm only nice when I need to be nice, but not be played with either. Like a cobra can strike with poison on you.
Okay.
So,
yes, sir.
And I didn't reach my age, 47 years old, even to be a joke.
Okay, so now we got the age. So from 12 to 47, and everything now he asks, it went from 80s to 90s. Okay, let's take it up a notch. Let's go from those eras to this era. Like what's now? Like what's going on now?
Trying to get old projects to my TikTok, Facebook, and my Instagram. I got a lot of old projects I got to take out, and I got a lot of new projects I haven't put out yet just because of my phone stay full. And I'm still trying to perfect to getting everything what I need from cameras, from that other stuff. And I am soon going to do a podcast channel, but right now in the mission of still getting rid of old projects.
So it seems like it's time for you to unload.
Yeah.
So your unloading is going to take place, I want to say, either now, because you say your phone is already backed up. So it feels like you're in the process of unload. You got a lot that you've been doing.
Yeah.
You got a lot of storage.
Yeah.
So now you need to unload to have more space for new material. And somebody right here, he told me the same shit. So, you know, it's like, it's good when information transfers to somebody else. But you're a vegetarian.
Yes, I am.
Whoa.
How long have you been a vegetarian?
I've been doing this vegetarian thing for a long while, so but I am fully now almost like a year and something in it now.
Okay.
And I don't eat like normal people because of eating a lot of out food these days. If you do your research on out food, it's a list of the bad foods 1 through 25. It's a list of the foods that's good for you 1 through 25. Listen up and look at YouTube. It will teach you everything what you need to know. You don't have to go to school, what I'm trying to tell you. It tells you about McDonald's, Whitney's, all these Domino's, the chemicals in foods. And that's why I do eat vegetables. I make smoothies. I don't eat a lot of meat at all. That's just meat that I will see get slaughtered from me. But right now I'm straight vegan. I love eating like that. It makes me bounce up and down. I feel young. I look young. I feel good. I can move like the next person can. Still can do most of my old things. I can still work out, run and jog. Everything I can still do.
Okay.
So yeah.
So when I met you, and I met you, you was rapping. You know what I'm saying? I met you with John. Y'all was rapping and shit.
Yep.
When I came to you with an opportunity, and I was like, bro, I want you to get on this song. I want you to know I had no knowledge of what you could bring to the table.
Right.
Because as a musician and a rapper, you have to be able to hold your own weight, regardless if the secondary playing ball or not.
For sure.
So, how you felt when we got together, we recorded that song? What took place in your mind?
Took my mind, bro, was magic. That was magic in a long time, never happened, you know. Could make an individual that's like me, a young version of me. And I'm like the older version of him. With the same mindset, putting metaphors and bars and lyrics and telling real stories into a song that got compromised or people's committed to saying that, hey, they did not hear stuff like this since the 90s. So with me working with people, I had to have mindset with that person. If I get on a song with somebody who don't have the same mindset like me, they might feel like I ate them up on their own song.
But a lot of people do.
If I'm
when
on
you don't
song,
come, when you don't come with that shit, that heat.
Right.
But that's where the consistency level lies in.
Right.
You have to be better on your own shit before you send out an invitation. Like I'm not finna say, hey man, meet me here and I'm broke. That's not a good conversation to have. You know. Yeah. So if I send you an invitation, this shit is gonna go back to like Weezy and Eminem, and everybody know that story. Everybody know that competition when No Love and the other record that I can't really get out because they ain't what I'm talking about right now. But you know their history. Yeah. And you could go YouTube their history when them not trying to get ate up by each other.
Right.
Everybody think like that.
For sure.
So for them to think like we think, you have to be good at your craft before you send that invitation out.
You got to. It's more good in your craft, man. You got to study your craft. You got to figure what role you play in your craft.
You got to be confident in yourself because everybody good. Right. It's like I don't see nobody doing a song with somebody that's shitty. Right. You're gonna go get the best person. So in your mind, it's already a battle. It's that versus that V and that S is already between you and them. Right. Who's coming with it? Right. Some people won't even go last or on their own shit. Right. And some people won't even play you. They record. They want to hear your record. They want to hear you. It shouldn't work like that. Shouldn't. But this is how it is, and it's been like that forever. It's because all I know to say is, when that light go on and it's green, you better go.
It's time to go. But this is what you just said. The problem is that with people don't have self-confidence in their own projects because of what? You keep hearing people tell you about your projects, but you gotta realize, do that person rap? Do that person do acting behind cameras? If that person don't have none of that, what you got going on, I say avoid them. And you tell them, you go do that, and I challenge you. You go do, you get the best people on your record, get the best person on your video, and I'm gonna do it myself, and I'm still outdo you, because my mind and my experience is more than yours, and I really do this while you just trying to do it for the, what, money. I do it for the money. The key and the knowledge is the money behind your projects.
Well, Paul, I gotta say, it's been good to have you come down here. Before you step off the screen, I gotta ask you, for the people, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you was to blow up, like, say for instance, you put out a project today or tomorrow.
Right.
Studio executive, they hit your line. Hey, I wanna sign you, and here's the number. With that blessing that's given to you, what are you willing to do with that blessing? What are your plans on? What are you willing to? What are you hoping for? Like, what's the turnout if you was to ever get blessed to be signed one day?
I mean, there's many get signed is that I want my message to be heard across the world. They to be meat on my albums, not to cut me like I'm a side project. For me to give you something, only give you the full. Well, I say 1 million of me because I don't say 1,000, 100, 1 million because I got 1 million ways of doing something.
Okay.
For me to do that, if I get that project and we could work it like that, yes, I would love it. But if I got to have to be selected of certain words, certain suggestions, certain titles, certain ways I have to, my project got to be towards that person.
Mm-hmm.
I won't take that assigned to that. I will just still be self-independent till I feel I get there.
Okay. Well, let the people know where they can find you at. More content, more music.
Hey, it's your boy, One Shot Voice St. Louis. Like, you can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and soon for build a YouTube page, and plus more. From there, if you don't see me out here, I'm out here. But when see I do another project, till next time, y'all gonna see me. But to bless these boys shows right here.
That just wraps it up on our hip hop. But The Color Purple came out, and box office going crazy. I don't know the number. I should have got that number before I even brought that up. But what's up with Oprah and Taraji? Like, I feel like don't nobody cry on camera if it ain't real. You cried in front of all these people, and what gets me, my brother, is we watched the video. And one of the heavyset ladies, I don't know her name, but it was a heavyset lady that stood out. It was Fantasia, and it was, I think, Haley, one of the girls who was dancing with Beyonce, she brought out, and Taraji. You know, Taraji did an interview and cried, and she was like, she was fighting for the heavyset girl, she was fighting for Fantasia, she was fighting for Haley, but when they get around Oprah, they make it seem like Taraji is crazy. They said that they all got their own personal vehicles. Oprah said she offered to pay and offered to do that, but what you think? Do you think people just how far would you extend a lie if it is a lie? Like, would you go on camera?
Who lying? Who you saying lying?
Now you know I think Oprah lying. I don't think Taraji will go on camera and cry, say she ain't getting paid, but say she's fighting for everybody that's standing on side of Oprah saying everything was cool. What you get from that?
I feel like the perspective that everybody is taking about what Taraji said is not what she intended. I feel like she's talking about the industry as a collective. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if people know this, but she also went and Taraji went out her way, and she been corrupted into, you know what I'm saying, changing her mind, but she went out and said she wasn't targeting Oprah. Her problem is, as being one of the top actresses in the game, instead of her piece of the pie getting bigger, it's the same. And she has done too much with her career to not be getting bigger slices of the pie. I don't think she was attacking Oprah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like somebody got to be scapegoated.
I feel like when you go against Oprah, You getting shut down completely. Look at what happened to Monique. In the interview, Taraji said she was gonna say no to The Color Purple. So if you say no to a project that you for sure you're not gonna do, what persuaded you to say yeah? Something had to change your mind.
Knowing that Broadway is an area that she hadn't touched on.
But she had all the qualifications, like Oprah said. Oprah said she could act, she could sing, because that was one of the qualifications to play that part of Color Purple. You had to learn how to sing. Oprah already cleared that. She was ready. She fitted the criteria.
But that was an untapped market for Taraji, bro. Like Taraji hadn't. We don't know her. It's like, bro. It's like when a person transitions to a different genre, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're okay. We know what you did.
Okay.
On the screen, but this is Broadway. You know what I'm saying? So she still had to. Yes, she's a legend, but she still had something to prove in that realm, in that area of performance.
Yeah, it's like a long list though, but I can only pull a couple names off, and a lot of people just want to get paid their worth. When the deal boiled down, that's what they get. They want to get paid their worth. Viola Davis, she's one of them.
Yeah,
Monique was one of them. Now Taraji one of them.
Taraji is saying that to the industry. That wasn't a cry to you, to the fans. That was a cry to the industry that I am. Look what I have done before you offer me that next contract. You know what I'm saying? And respect what she's done, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like, again, people are scapegoating Oprah, bro. You know what I'm saying? And somebody got to be scapegoated in this situation. But she's clearly talking about her whole career. Why are we just only targeting Oprah? Because she's the most recent one. But she's been saying every corporation, every director she's been in cahoots with since she started have lowballed her for her to get to this point to say that. Why are we only tripping off of Oprah? Let's go watch let's get the director.
Oprah worked with Tyler Perry from 4 years from now. You know who that lady been working with? Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is partners with Lee Daniels, and Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry is partners with Oprah. Everything tied in. That's why.
What?
That's why she getting lowballed.
I believe so.
Because she.
I believe when you the same kind, you work with each other. When you the same kind, you will work with each other. Like you will stop that bag from getting through. If you already got a bigger bag than I, you got fucking damn near billions. You won't let me get a couple million, so you will stop my bag from coming through. But y'all the producers, and you blaming it on production. Oprah is a producer. She is a film producer. Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry is the film producers. All three of their ass had on purple. Everybody's behind that. You might not be on a movie, bro, but when that shit go off and them little lines go on the TV, credits, them little names, them some big ass people. But you don't think to look because you change the channel or you walk out the movie theater. But these people been crying. Everybody want to get paid. Who don't? But I ain't gonna spend too much time on it, but I just feel like too many people ain't gonna say the same shit.
All I'm saying is, bro, is
I ain't trying to get us blackballed, but
attack. Let's analyze the whole career.
I did. I just told you.
Let's analyze the whole career, and she hasn't only done films. Her earlier work wasn't. She's done major films, bro. Everything she done hasn't been with Tyler and Oprah. That's just the most recent stuff. So yes, I'm not saying get them off the hook, but they're not the only ones, bro. Like
this lady,
they're being scapegoated.
I know that. But this is one of the ladies that I know the story. This is one of the ones who quit everything and took $700 to Hollywood. So this lady, now I'm talking about Taraji, she ain't have shit from the start. So it's not like she's gonna be greedy. It's not like she's gonna be self-subconscious. She just want her worth. She went out there homeless damn near. With $700 in Hollywood, you can't even make it out there with that amount. So,
bro, she clearly didn't go out there in 2024, bro.
No.
She clearly went out there in a different era.
Yeah.
So,
but
she clearly made it work. The $700 work. Because look, we know who she is today.
Okay.
So actually, you probably can go out there and make some shake with $700. Goddamn me.
Yeah, I ain't saying it, but it's just like the hustle. You know, motherfuckers know they ain't had nothing. They ain't trying to go back to that. So they trying to secure their bag as possible. Like if I go to Hollywood with $700, no the fuck I don't want to leave that bitch with $700. Yeah, I want to get paid my worth. If I'm finna go on the street,
your ass gonna go with $700 and leave with $200. It's a vacation. Fuck on. If you on vacation, you ain't gonna make nothing shake.
Yeah. We're gonna get to it, Taraj. I'm gonna get him to see where I'm coming from.
My heart, my ear, my mind has been with my city. A massive illegal rooming housing operation involved 39 properties in Crondelet, Dutchtown, Mount Pleasant, Bend Park, Tower Grove East, Gravelwoods Park, and a few other areas. Renters allegedly paid $500 to $1,000 for rooms lacking running water, heat, and electricity. Multiple neighbors of the properties suspect overdose deaths has occurred in this time. One resident says this is nothing new. This has been going on. They have made their complaints to the cops for years. The cops have made multiple appearances. Nobody in the neighborhood is a stranger to what Ms. Doherty has going on. She has as many as 38 active warrants for her arrest for these building code violations. She has told the police that her brief stints she spent in jail before bonding out are worth it because the properties bring in $40,000 a month. We stay South City, bro. So
it's in the neighborhood.
This is in the neighborhood, bro. This is my neighborhood. She apparently is going to homeless shelters.
Yeah, you can walk to the
homeless shelters to get vulnerable, mentally ill humans, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, which don't make no sense. 39 properties. You got 7 notices of condemnations.
Man.
159 ordinances of violations.
Yes, sir.
5 by the city. Police called 42 times since 2017. 17 complaints made to the Citizen Service Bureau. Bed bug infested. Raw garbage. Not to mention rats infested. Neighbors called in once a month on this lady. Still nothing.
She got away with this shit.
They found a dead body in a body bag at one of the residents, sure to say, right by the goddamn neighborhood garden.
Bro, it was a man named Larry who walks with a
colostomy bag.
You know what I'm saying?
He had to get it changed
like
once a month.
OG is in these condemned homes living. Like what?
Colostomy
and she getting up, hear me out. And they suing her. She's not locked up. They're finding it difficult
to find her basically because she won't answer the phone call. To get her convicted.
She ain't answering phone call. They're finding how is it difficult to get her convicted, bro? You need a class. Teach us the game. Cause how can you not be convicted? What do you mean you can't convict her? What do you mean the city is suing her? That's all you can do? She's been doing this. Bro, I read she started in the late 2010s.
Yeah.
She started in the late 2010s and she's in cahoots with multiple people who own property all throughout St. Louis. Shorty, Miss Doherty, teach us the game. Teach me I ain't speaking, bro. Teach me the game. Tap in. What the hell? What you mean, bro? Cause the laws apparently, come on, bro. Don't, You think they lock me up? They'll find a reason to lock me up, huh? Nah, but for real though, that's sad, bro. You showing how important people are to you, you know what I'm saying? Which it ain't a lot. I hope she's brought to justice, bro.
This is white collar crime. They would have bushed your ass for 2 months.
Come on,
came
bro.
to get you. They ain't been at
She
your
laughing
mama
at
house.
y'all, dog.
All this I got on this cord.
She laughing, dog. This lady bragging to the police. I ain't tripping off being in her hood. I make 40 grand a month, but I ain't. She apparently didn't look like these mentally disabled people into giving her they monthly checks. You know what I'm saying? One tenant, one witness, one neighbor even went as far as to say that she was in cahoots with the guy Larry who had the bag. You know what I'm saying? And gradually, once she called the police on it, he was on some like, Dar don't want me. I can't talk to you. You gotta talk to Dar. Like, that's your landlord, bro, not your manager, not your mom. Like, what y'all got going on over there?
Yeah.
What the business is?
Don't tell, but she got them people.
Man, nah, tell. It's in the news now. Hey, you might get your documentary going. You know what I'm saying? Drop your documentary. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm interested.
Yeah, for sure.
You've been doing this for 2 decades, man.
Snitch on the rest of the landlords so you get immunity. Cause I know that's what
she big dog.
Yeah,
she the head of the cake.
Yeah.
I mean, once you do your digging, you can find other names. You know what I'm saying? But I think two of the guys had her same last name.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I believe the company name is AAA Sunshine.
I'm so sad.
Back with the St. Louis news, the home team. Shout out to Chuddy and Andrew Caldwell, you know what I'm saying, on the home team. But we doing this for the home team. A St. Louis native, Lamar Johnson, freed from prison in 2023 after serving 28 years for a murder he did not commit, has sued the city and the police officers who investigated the case. Lawyers for Lamar Johnson accused Joseph Nickerson and several former St. Louis officers of fabricating the entire case against Johnson in violation of his civil rights. A witness to the killing testified that he was bullied and pressured by police into naming Johnson as one of the shooters and creating an untrue narrative that there was a feud between Johnson and the murder victim, Marcus Boyd. Judge David Mason ruled Johnson free from prison because there was clear and convincing evidence he did not kill Marcus Boyd in 1994. But since DNA evidence wasn't used to set aside his conviction, Johnson is not eligible for state restitution. I believe Kim Gardner on it. She on it. She actually headed it. You know what I'm saying? I believe it was one of her first active businesses when she, you know what I'm saying, when she got in position. Don't call me, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, pay the man, bro. Pay the man, bro. Please tell me the story you can come up with to explain why this man is incarcerated 25 plus years. Please tell me the story. I want to hear the story you can come up with to get you out of this situation with this man here. Man, pay that man. DNA connection, mumbo. What does that even mean? The way it was incorporated in the article was just random. You ain't even get no supporting details. You just threw that out there.
That's how they do.
Like, what does that even mean? It caught my eye. Like, what does that even mean? You just randomly going to say, man, what that got to do with anything, bro? What are you talking about? No DNA connection. When we go against scapegoating, we blaming Joseph Nickerson and his police friends, knowing damn well they ain't making enough to pay this man nothing. What are you gonna sue them for? They living paycheck to paycheck like every other human in St. Louis. St. Louis Police Department, pay that man.
But I say, spending 28 years wrongfully convicted, you have an alibi and wasn't at the scene.
You got a pressured individual who just trying to get home, who just trying to not go to jail, telling you what he done did. Come on, man. And he didn't recant his statement in multiple times. Right. I briefly touched on the 57 page or the 53 page lawsuit. Man, they made multiple. The murderers of the man name was brought up in the lawsuit and made multiple attempts to clear his name. What's going, bro? Y'all not trying to hide it that bad. Brings me to the point that Americans hate to look stupid.
The wrong kind of Americans.
Now,
because you got
the American way is to hate to look stupid. If you think differently, you outcast.
For you to spend 28 years for something that you didn't do.
Thank God, GoFundMe exists. They was able to get $600,000 in donation for him. So that's a hell of a start. That ain't got nothing to do with the city.
A lot of corrupt shit, cause motherfuckers don't realize that these cops got quarters and they trying to impress. Just like how we want to impress, get a raise. Them motherfuckers doing the same thing, but they same thing ain't our same thing.
Right.
So when they say evidence was planted at the scene, what kind of evidence did they plant to put him at the scene? Because he had an alibi. He wasn't even there. And when it come down to the police, they be having hella cases going cold case files. So I want to press my boss. I want a motherfucking new emblem on my collar. So they'll put and fabricate a lot of things together, and it'll only take you to run a red light or have a busted tail light, and that's your case now. It's even harder when a motherfucker just doing 2 days in the justice center. It take you hellas to get out. Everybody know you doing 24 hours. Why does it take too long? Why you gotta bang on the door to get a CEO so they can check when you gonna get out? People ain't checking for you no more when you locked up. Motherfucker trying to get that dollar off you. They ain't checking for you, and I've been locked up a couple of times. When it's your time to go, it's like you gotta actually beg to get somebody attention. After the little video came and went to Sandra Hemi. Somebody else that's wrongfully accused, and they finna bring her case up. He came up under Lamar Johnson interview. Sandra Hemi, November 12th, 1980. A lady named Patricia Jeske, 31 years old, was found dead in her apartment. And Sandra Hemi, at the time, was not there. She was actually heavily sedated in a psych ward. The 31-year-old victim, Patricia Jeske, had multiple injuries to the head, a laceration, and was found with a cord wrapped around her neck. And she was found 12 to 16 hours later. At the age of 12, Sandra Hemi started discovering that she had mental illness to where she wanted to kill herself, so she was already on watch. So at the time of the investigation, she wasn't even there. Like, she was like strapped up like an exorcist. Key factor, she didn't know the witness at all, and she wasn't related to the witness at all. Like, no phone records, they never hung out. Boom, they didn't even know each other. So when the detectives came to her, she was already heavily sedated to the point when they was interviewing her, she couldn't even hold her own fucking head up as they was talking to her. So they asked her one story, but the story she gave them first kind of resembled the victim name. Miss Sandra Hemi was asked, where was she at the time of the murder? She tells them one story, and the story went like this. She says she was on a jet ski trip or a mountain trip with somebody named Pat and a dude. So they ran with that. Then the second story, they came back and asked them. Both of the times they asked her, she was heavily sedated. Same shit, strapped up, heavily restrained. She was restrained from the straps, and they said she was restrained from the medicine that she was taking. So they asked her the second time. They pulled back around on them. Got a second story. So the second story went like this. I watched somebody commit the murder. So when they got the name of the guy who she dropped that she said committed the murder, they went and found and picked him up. Come to find out, that person was in Topeka, Texas when the murder occurred. So not only is they questioning people that's heavily sedated, they charging her with this murder. And since November 12th, 1980, she's been in jail. I can see why I'm looking at Lamar Johnson and this will come up. Because them dates is similar. Not only is the story similar, but the time frames are similar too. This is a white lady that was on medication since she was 12 years old. And now she's been accused of the murder. So they saying in 3 months from this time, they was gonna open her case back up to get some straining on that and to see if that makes sense. But it goes back to the police system.
Never knowing what to do with people of color and people with mental disabilities. They always mishandle these people, man. There's so many people in the jails wrongfully convicted, and there's so many people in the system, in these jails houses that should be in the psych ward of all colors. She's just a prime example of how the system treats the mentally ill, and people, and Lamar Jackson is an example of how they treat people of color. Let's wake up. This is going on in St. Louis, bro. We ain't talking about nothing that ain't. This is going on in Missouri. Miss Lady she's probably like 45 minutes out.
Yeah, she's out.
She's about 45 minutes out with you. If you know St. Louis, that's far.
But at the time of the crime, you lock somebody up, they was already in the hospital. So how is you putting this lady there if the hospital record says she was at St. Joseph's institution the same time? Like, what are you doing?
Because what I say, it all goes back to how America don't want to look stupid. They hate to say they were wrong. They hate to say, I made a bad decision. We're not mature enough. We're the youngest country. We're not mature enough to say, hey, we're wrong. And that's how you know a change is not coming, because you can't change until you acknowledge what you have done wrong.
And all these police is damn near gonna be dead when it's gonna be time for them to get a little say-so. These crimes happened damn near decades ago. You take the stand shaking and shit.
You know, like this lady gonna be, come on, dog.
What if they died in there? Then that story would have been a wrap. Like,
come on, man. How many people have died in there? Come on, dog.
That just goes to show you that every employer could be lazy. You ain't taking your time out to put the right people in jail, and you taking innocent lives. These people wasn't even there. Both of these people, Sandra Hemmings, Lamar Johnson, both of these people had alibis. Both of these people, victims of a fucking circumstances due to the police, the sheriff counties, the district attorneys, because it's homework.
And they just like, oh.
And both of these stories are similar. They both had alibis. They both wasn't even there.
And they
so to put two people at scenes when you know for a fact they wasn't there, you know that alibis was wrapped tight. Like,
we made progress clearly, a little, because we're able to identify these moments in the in the system now. We're making steps with some type of acknowledgement in it. But man, oh man,
I feel like this.
Do you got some explaining to do?
I feel like this gonna keep happening.
Keep happening? Oh, one probably just happened now.
Yeah.
It's called the free case. There's been a problem. We just broke down 2 free cases. That's an example of being free case.
But don't nobody want to do the police reform because they scared of the thugs. Well, the police is scared of the thugs too. Let me ask you something. How long do you take them to get to the crime scene when you hear shooting? They ain't coming first. They were scared to put the police reform out because they were scared of the thugs. But they ain't so scared of the thugs when you chilling and smoking and drinking with them. Back in the day, the Black Panthers was the protection that the people needed. But now it's just like, it's one or the other. Both of them fucked up at the same time because there ain't no no straightening, ain't no talking to the other party. But the police, we already know what it is. 2 people convicted wrongfully, been spent their whole life. You can't even pay nobody. They ain't spent their whole life. They ain't even gonna know what it is outside. They been locked up in the 80s. Shit was different. Cars was different. The way of living was different. It was cheaper. Like, they getting out of that cell from I'm pretty sure they was outside, but fenced in though. No way of doing anything. So 2 people. For what? We ain't getting no better. Like, I know I said happy birthday to Dr. King in the middle of the beginning of the show, but I feel like it's a lot of ground covering. I feel like a lot of shit been swept under the rug that my feet standing on. I feel like, you know, the bigger picture was small this whole motherfucking time. You know, because what we at? Same place. Motherfuckers just died so everybody could be in the same space, but it's the same shit though. Nothing changed. I could go where a white man going. I can drink right after this white man after this fountain. That's the only fucking thing, but everything else is fabricated until I say so, because this is what it is. Yeah, it's racism, but it's coming off the back porch because motherfuckers wearing blue and got a badge. But a black person on the side of the white cop, he got to stand next to the white cop because they color blue. It's not black and white when it come down to them, and when you get that type of job, I'm just saying though, when is, you know, the getting gonna get good, or has the worst already gotten worse? You know, like, damn, where's the leniency? Where is the freedom? You know, you think you gotta burn arms because you got a thug coming after you? Shit, you gotta burn arms because you got the police coming after you. You got these big folks coming after you too. And sink or swim. You think they got evidence? You think you can get a good lawyer? These people should have been home. I think the first dude, Lamar Johnson, on TV last year, tried to get free. They walked his ass right back into jail on live TV, and embarrassed him. I seen them cry. So, damn. Y'all been all that. Thank you for tuning in to the DTP podcast.
Divine Timing Podcast, man. Thank you for coming out. It's always a pleasure servicing you guys with the information. We giving y'all our perspective, our opinion on the things we see going on the internet. We just some St. Louis natives speaking our mind. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was harming to making this video.